Council. We declared the dispute purely because we strongly believe that we have exhausted all possible avenues for employers to concede to our demands as mandated by our members. We went to this engineering and metal sector wage negotiation guided by the following principle which underpin our collective bargaining strategy: closing the colonial apartheid wage gap, fighting for equity in the workplace, and demanding a living wage. No to down variation to workers' conditions of employment, the democratization of the workplace, reduce excessive pay for the bosses, developing the skills of workforce that was deprived of that development during colonial past, use the colonial bargaining to organize the unorganized and thereby growing Numsa into formidable fighting force. Drawing from the past experience, a strike is inevitable. We are fully aware of the huge burden the strike can have on our members, since the bourgeoisie principle of no work, no pay will be applied by the bosses. However, reading from the mood of our members, it is a sacrifice they are ready to take, conscious of the fact that their united power can shake the bosses and halt production. In the event the strike takes place, the following key sectors will be heavily affected, namely foundries, electronics, telecommunication, plastic, fabrication industries, machinery, and equipment, automotive component sector, electrical engineering, basic metals, heavy and light engineering, gate and fence, and construction engineering. Major companies that will be affected include Score Metals, Bell Equipment, CBI, Union Carriage and Wagon, Dobine, Military Systems and Dana Spicer, Alex, among others. Some of these companies supply critical parts to the auto industry and could have disastrous impact on their already strained supply operation. We currently have a crisis of security of supply of electricity, and if the strike commences, ongoing work at Medupi, Kusile, and Ingula will be delayed. Employers in the metals and engineering industry will have to take full responsibility for the repercussion this strike will have on the economy as a result of their intransigence. Workers have nothing to offer to themselves. These are our demands: 15% wage increase, 1-year bargaining agreement, scrapping of labor brokers, wage negotiations must benefit all workers irrespective of salaried or wage earners, extension of the scope of the main agreement, and remove the short and layoff from the main agreement. Our demand should be located and understood within the context of rising cost of living, excessive executive pay, and high inequality. Numsa is finally ready to take to the street and withdraw its labor at an unprecedented level, will not be held hostage by essential service designation, and the union will not be responsible for any consequences that rise from workers being forced to strike. Lastly, the National Union of Metalworkers of South Africa send our militant solidarity to courageous workers who are currently on strike on the Platinum Belt. Their ongoing battle exposes the fact that South African working class rejected the continued super exploitation of black and African labor. Metal workers join the voices of these workers in demanding the end of colonial wage patterns. Numsa called on employers in the platinum mining industry to meet the demands of these workers.